Hello, welcome to Support, Support, Support. Today we're going to talk about anger. Yes, anger. The program is like a seed or a young plant in the ground. If I am upset, I can't even think straight. Very true. It is important for me to quiet down, to be receptive to what is being said to me. First things first, to receive the message. Listen. I must be like the soft, rich earth, pliable, open, willing, and honest. Later on, I have to weed out attitudes which can choke out sanity, like anxiety and temper. For many, the promise of sanity is snatched away from them almost immediately by personalities taking over before principles have even had a chance to grow. Am I allowing the roots of my program to go down deep? Am I feeding my program with spiritual nourishment provided by the steps and the program literature? Help me to absorb the sunshine of the fellowship. I will relax and watch my seed grow. And I can relate to that very clearly, because anger, being upset, can lead me down the wrong way. And that's why we need support. We need people to help us understand our anger can lead us down a bad pathway if we don't get help about it. Here's some other information. Our anger, my anger, I'm going to talk about me. The anger I had about life and the anger about being rejected, not wanted, led me to have a hard heart, cold heart, which led to me to have a bad attitude. Didn't believe in help. I didn't believe in it. Never accepting advice. That was something I had to deal with as well. I had to listen and learn to receive advice and deal with it. Except that I didn't know how to get advice and get help. I had to get help how to learn how to receive help. Accept the things I can change and the things I can't, let go and walk away. Walk away from the things I can't change. I can change my anger. I can change and get self-control. I can't change my past. I can't change the way I was abandoned and rejected. I can't change that. But I can forgive my mom for what she did to me and move forward in life. And I can let it go. And I can't change the past, but I can change the way I move forward in my future. And that's what we're going to talk about. There are a lot of people angry about what was done to you wrong in life. And it won't get you nowhere. I'm proof of that. I can testify against that. The process is a process. The process is a life-going challenge. It doesn't happen just right away. Accepting the things that was done to you because you had no control over it. I have no control or no say-so of what somebody else was able to do to me. But now I do. I have the opportunity to say, hey, I can walk away. Hey, I don't have to just talk about the bad past issues. I can talk about it to help myself grow and heal from my mistakes and see where me staying angry about it won't allow me to move forward. And that's what a lot of people are dealing with who've been abandoned. When you've been abandoned, you're angry. You're mad because you feel like it ain't your fault. But you got to get a grip of it, because if you don't get a grip of the anger you have for somebody rejecting you, you can't be productive in the future. And because of that, your heart will get hard. You won't listen to nobody. You won't have relationships or healthy relationships. I had to learn how to be a parent again. I had to get stripped away of everything I had because of that anger and rage I had built up in me that I didn't get help about. And it was unhealthy, very unhealthy. And I didn't even know it was. It took for me to crash and for me to realize how out of control I was, because I really didn't know. My heart was just hard, bitter, cold, angry. And when I saw that, when I had to get help, I saw how sick I was on the inside. And I was real sick. And I was angry. And I was angry about life. But I had to move past that. I had to let it go. I had to learn how to walk away from it. Don't think about it. Change my thinking. I learned to change the way I look at the situation. I changed the way I see it. I forgive. So I don't have to dwell on that no more. I could walk away if somebody say something negative, say something negative about the way I was raised. You know, it used to bother me because I didn't know what to say and how to respond to it. But now I can say, yes, she didn't do me right, but that's okay. I learned how to be a better person. I'm a healthier parent now. I'm a healthier person on the inside. I could talk about what she did to me in a healthy way and not lose control and go to jail or hit somebody, get violent, spiral out of control because I don't know how to respond because of the anger I had built up in me. And now I could talk about it to help other people, because there's a lot of people who've been rejected and don't know how to deal with it. And we don't know how to deal with it because it could be anger just in us. And the one thing about being angry about it, what can you do about it? You can't change it. What was done to you was done to you. And how do you move past it? That's a process. And those are steps. And you have to listen. You have to get advice. You have to be willing to let go. And that takes work. I have to work on myself. Constantly go to classes. Constantly realize I had a problem. And why? Because I felt like it wasn't fair and I didn't deserve it. But a lot of things happen to us we don't deserve, but we have to learn to overcome it. There are so many people who've been molested, raped, who are transgenders in today's time because of not knowing how to respond, not knowing how to communicate that you've been violated, not knowing how to talk about your pain or hurt, because if you talk about it, you could get beaten or hurt brutally, even worse. So there are a lot of hurt people who don't know how to deal with that, but I had to get help. And when I got help, I saw how sick I was. I could talk about it now. I could talk about it now because it's unhealthy. You have to talk about it. You have to get help. It can be professional help or someone you trust to talk about it, but get some type of help. Don't keep that anger built up in you because it leads to sick on the inside. It leads to no relationships. It leads to not moving forward, not being able to keep a job, not being able to communicate with other people, not being able to have a decent conversation without you getting out of control, hearing about somebody being rejected. And because I learned from my own situation, I realized there's a lot of people I can help. I can help just off of my own situation. Because the one thing you can't do, you can't control your past. You can't control what was done to you. But you have to move forward. You have to move forward and let go. And letting go means don't dwell on it. Don't keep thinking about it. The other thing you have to realize is life is short. Help other hurting people. That's what I learned to do. Because there's a lot of people hurt who've been rejected and abandoned and feel like they've been forgotten about and nobody gives a care about you. There are people that do care. There are people that are willing to help. You just have to get out your comfort zone and deal with it too. Not wait for somebody to come to you and help you. Get up and get counseling. Get up and get help. Some people will help you spiritually. Some people will help you in a support group. Support groups help. That's what helped me. Because you're hearing a lot of people who've been hurt and have been healed, and some people who are still hurting and still at a stuck place. And that's okay, because you got to learn to meet people where they are. Everybody's not going to heal the same way. I didn't. But now that I am, I could talk about it. And that's how you know it's, I have moved past it. And that's what tonight's show is about. Get support. If you're angry about being rejected, get help to talk about it. talk about it with the right healthy people, and you may have to pay somebody. This is the holiday season, and this is not an easy season to deal with rejection or abandonment. Get help, get help, get help. This is Kenyatta Delgado. Thanks for letting me share. Support, support, support.